there, it's Derek here from Pacific Coast Auto Japan, and we're looking at a 1999 Land Cruiser 70 series. This one here being the VX model with the 4.2 liter 12 valve version of the 1HZ engine. And so this is the HZJ76 long wheelbase, bought from auction here in Japan for export over to the USA. Now this car has a little bit of a story, and I'll get into that in a second, but for now we're going to switch the engine off. Engine running fine, body great, interior super good, has a little bit of paint issues, has a little bit of trouble with corrosion on the underside. Ready? And apparently an exhaust leak, so something to look into. Now these are 25 years old now, but unlike your regular car that was made to last about 15, maybe 20 years, Land Cruisers are made to last longer. These are super duper reliable in all respects, except can be a little bit prone to rust. And so when you buy one of these, Japan still has plenty of them. Buy them, undercoat them, and go. Now the story for this one, bought from auction, paid what I consider to be a decent price for it. Found out that the car had been at auction previously as a grade 2. Somebody bought the car, kind of tarted it up a little bit, and went to resell it for profit. And we know how much they bought it for. They did get a decent amount of profit. Now that is sucky news. And of course, if something like that happens, and you don't catch it before it goes to auction, then you can sell it back to auction or something like that. You can bring it in, maybe sell it for profit, whatever you want to do. Now we did get this one in fearing for the worst. Grade 2 is usually pretty bad. It's honestly not so bad. And of course, after you watch this video, if you're the person who bought this car, then you can go ahead and choose if you want to put it back to auction. I think you shouldn't. And there's a very good reason for that to begin with, outside of the corrosion, which I'll get to in a second. Have a quick look. Seller didn't know he had this, and this is worth a couple grand. This one here is not only your diff locks, all of them have your center diff lock, but this one is center and rear and front. I'm not confirming that it works. It does need to be checked into, but the triple locking diff was a rather rare option, and above that, it is very difficult to find it because, like this person who's selling the car, many people don't realize it adds value to the vehicle. The amount of emails we get from people, I want the triple locking diff one, it's not that easy to find. Now, underside, it's been painted in a fairly tough wrinkle paint. We have probably 10 minutes of video on the underside of the vehicle. Here I am lying on my back, poking it with a screwdriver and showing you the extent to it. And so have a look at those and decide if this is the vehicle that you want. It does have some issues. Looking at it though, I don't think any of it is severe. And the Land Cruiser is one of very few vehicles that I would be okay buying, even if it has corrosion problems, because the vehicles will continue to be valuable. Corrosion repairs on the frame are pretty normal and will be even more so later on. And this part here is the worst of it. There's a corrosion hole there. There are no other holes anywhere. I don't think that is too bad. I don't think the vehicle is too far gone, and the rest of the vehicle is looking really good. So my personal opinion is this is something to hold on to. Okay, so back to the regular version of the review. Engine looking good. We got the timing belt in 2014 changed at 183,000 kilometers. In case I didn't mention it, 272,000 kilometers. For a Land Cruiser, I wouldn't consider is too high. Coolant looking okay. Oil's a diesel, so it's kind of hard to tell if it's okay or not, but nothing is like looking bad contamination wise or anything like that. And dual battery. In case you didn't know, the 70 series, like this one being a 76, would be considered a 70 series. They are the tough and durable ones, at least the non-Prado version with the straight 6-cylinder.
Want to see us having fun in Japan? Go check out our new channel. Link in the description.
Quick look at the vehicle. Looks great with that roof rack on the top too. Okay, and now let's go over the auction inspection sheet here. So a 1999 Land Cruiser 70 series 4-wheel drive, of course, auction rate 3.5, interior grade B and exterior C. 272,940 kilometers. Okay, and the report says seat wear, rear mounted spare tire. Underside has been painted No mention of rust here. Normally they would say underside rust / corrosion / painted or something like that. In this case, it was an auction oversight. We asked the auction if we could make a claim, and they said when the vehicle is this old, you can't make a claim on corrosion no matter what. So it is unfortunate. Most of the time you get more information than that. It sucks. I think the vehicle is still a win. Anyway, exterior various scratches and dents, interior dirty, windshield rock chip hitch member has been put on, and steering wheel is worn. Okay, it says faded paint or peeling paint on the front fenders and the roof. A few minor scratches and dents, some fade on the back fenders. Let me just check where that is. It's usually up here. Yeah, a little bit of peeling there, a little bit here. I think that's, yeah, that's the only, oh yeah, right there as well. Okay, and repainted section on the back. Honestly speaking, body's looking pretty good. The paint is the worst part of it. So let's do it once around so you can see it from all different angles. By the way, the 70 series comes in Prado and regular version. The regular one is narrow like this, with the headlights being closer together. The Prado has the headlights moved out to the tops of the fenders. This one's worth several $1,000s more than the Prados are. Okay, got to mention something about the locking hubs. So you'd think, oh, I got triple locking diffs. I don't need locking hubs as well. Well, you do have them, and they're fun too. Look, they're auto hubs plus manual locking hubs. A weird little byproduct of both. You don't get this anymore. You don't get the manual locking hubs. I guess those are annoying for some people, but the manual ones are the ones that you want to make sure that they are locked in case your auto lockers stop working for whatever reason. Very cool that you get both, and then they are auto in case you don't want to mess around. So start snowing, press the 4-wheel drive button, you're already ready to go. Or lock them yourself with a wrench. Cool. All right. Now, these days, I feel like 4x4s, SUVs and stuff, don't really care too much about the 4-wheel drive system or how capable the vehicle is off-roading, because they know most people aren't taking the vehicles off-roading. The Land Cruiser is an off-roader first and foremost, and is able to carry people almost as a side project for it. It's like, I'm made for mountains, for wars, for lack of a better word, anywhere you need to depend on the vehicle, and let's put some more seats in it so that people can travel around in it, because we know you have places to go. And so that's part of the reason why Land Cruisers are always going to keep their value. They are the dedicated 4x4, and they don't fall apart. The two things that you want. Or at least the two things you think you want. If you're somebody who never takes this off-road, I still have respect for you because the Land Cruisers are so cool. Not everyone's going to be going off-road, but just knowing that you can is good. So a little bit of rust in the front bumper here. We're going to be pointing out as many bad things as we can about the car. The peeling paint on the fenders is up at the top, right here. Almost certainly this has been repainted, hence why it peels like this. Usually a Land Cruiser is going to fade instead of peel off in little bubbles like this. Okay, and the roof is a little worse. Again, it's probably been repainted as well. Quick look if I don't fall off the side of the car. This, a little on the old side, you can see it's deteriorating a little bit. It's Ibo Works is the brand, I believe. Certainly could be taken off if you want, but roof carriers are cool, so don't do that. Okay. Fender mirror and regular mirrors. And chrome is fading a little bit, you can see on the top there. Okay, side panels, not looking so bad. Minor scratch there, a couple minor scratches here. Side panels looking okay. Bit of paint wave. Metallic green with the silver two-tone is fairly smart. Some rock chips there and a little bit of a scratch. Okay, a little bit of rubber deterioration on this wraparound window. Land Cruisers, all about that wraparound window. The FJ Cruisers still had those as an homage to the earlier model. Taillights are a little faded, a little bit of a scuff here. The later model ones actually had markers in the rear bumper here. Hitch member on there. Leaf springs still. Highly dependable. Solid axles, front and rear. Got a little bit of rust here. Again, not mentioned on the auction sheet. Certainly could be worse. And this side, also looking pretty good. I'll just quickly go ahead and detail it. A little bit of a chip there. And I'm really happy with the condition. We almost had a heart attack in the office going, oh my gosh, something like that doesn't really happen all that often. Hope everything's okay. Of course, we're going to try to take care of the customer as well as we can, but when the vehicle comes in and is looking better than expected, that's going to be a win. Anchors are 70. High performance in the bad road. Not in any bad road, the bad road. And this is the Japanese Toyota mark from like the 70s, I believe. It actually says Toyota in Japanese. And registered as 100. That's construction equipment, which is kind of funny. It's a little bit of a tax loophole for Land Cruisers, but you have to get your vehicle safety inspected once per year, which actually can be a little bit of a benefit, right? If you know it's going in for inspection once a year, then you have to get it all repaired for that inspection. So, more maintenance. Sometimes rust in here can be an issue. Looks like we're doing okay. I wouldn't be surprised considering the rust on the outside. But no, looking good. Little mini storage spot in here. That's also been repainted by the looks of it. Really? Maybe it's just high gloss from factory. I don't see too many of these 99. Most of the ones that we're selling of these are a little bit older. I haven't seen one with this metallic green paint, so maybe that's why it stands out. Big 6.5-inch speakers in the back. Probably have to replace them because I don't think that they are supposed to last 25 years. And plenty of space in the 70 series. You can't get them as a 7-seater, only a 5-seater, which means you have enough room to sleep in the back if you need to. And of course, the dual doors, very utilitarian. Look at that. I was right. I can notice which type of roof rack that you have on the car just by the looks of it. Oh, and here's your peeling paint in the back as well. Japan 4x4, probably a enthusiast club. Okay, into the back here we have pretty decent looking door cards. You'll typically get a few little rips like this. I have seen it a lot. Honestly, not looking too bad. Cup holders in there, sort of, right? And an aftermarket floor mat with no originals in it. The later model seats looking a little bit more modern than what you could expect on the earlier 90s ones. These 70 series started in 84 and continued selling them until now, actually. Around the world, but in Japan they sold them until like 2001 or 2002, and then they stopped sold until 2015 for a special model that they only sold for 1 year, and then they just started again with the new 70 series, first time since 2015, in like 2022, I think. And I love the new ones because they look very, very much like these old ones. Little trees, it's a thing here in Japan. I know it is outside of Japan as well, but it's a special thing here. Again, aftermarket floor mats, but they are made to fit the correct way. And seat, little threadbare in here, not too bad. Liking the pattern, very 90s. Steering wheel, decent amount of wear on the top, but I like the way that these steering wheels don't wear too much. Like once it's worn out like this, you can see it because it no longer has the texture on anymore, but it still feels good to use. Not like some of them that start to peel or crack or something like that. Gauge set looks different from the original ones. Still very utilitarian. Still has a metal glove box. Double DIN aftermarket CD player here. AC, I believe that works. I actually don't remember, but it'll be in the other video that comes along with this one, or one of the other of several. Actually, most of this was shot by Jacob, and I'm just doing the part for YouTube, right? Jacob shot like 10 videos of the underside, and when I was renaming them all, I was like, underside 1, underside 2, underside 3, and they just never ended. Sneaky little extra bin inside here. Okay, I'm going to show you this again, just because don't want you to forget that you've got that. And by the way, low gear ratios for the transmission, if you're going to be doing any climbing, that's standard on all 70 series. And I think on all Land Cruisers in general, up to maybe the 300 or maybe including it, I don't know. A handle in case you're driving too crazy, which you will be, it's the Land Cruiser. And a couple of stuck on things, something used to be attached to the dashboard there. Headliner's looking all right. It doesn't smell bad inside here. I wonder what that's for. Let me know in the comments if you know. But yeah, I dig it. And the underside could be poked around at a little bit more. I'd say we did a fairly thorough job. It is a thick paint, as you saw. There might be some areas that has a little bit of corrosion. Honestly, the vehicle would be worth spending a few $100s to get somebody to check it out thoroughly and do any repairs like that back panel. And then you've got a good vehicle for years. Anyway, that's going to be the end of the video. If you want to import one of these into your country, check out Pacific Coast Auto. My name is Derek Weldon. Thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day.